The phone. It looks like it's from 1967, but I think it'll work.
Just a sec, Jimmy. Excellent. Thank you for being so careful.
Sir? We have to get in your attic.
For what?
Oh, the hookup.
Oh, no, that's all right. Don't bother.
All right, it won't take 20 minutes. Plus, you really can't use it if I don't do it.
No, it's all right. We're not gonna. When you're done here, would you get some more lamps in the garage?
Thanks.
Oh, this must be a flashback.
So, you got a phone, the
this
yard's
must be
half
when he's
load,
getting all the shit, like-
sockets and stuff are looking A-okay. I'm gonna check again just to make sure we're almost there.
Good. Good. What do you think? On? Off?
Oh, I think off.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, off it is.
Chuck, you sure this is the right play? I mean, in my experience, the bigger the lie, the harder it can be to dig out.
I'll cross that bridge when I come to it.
Hey guys, think we're set with the lamps.
Yeah, maybe. I think this is when he's like restructuring his house when he first started getting whatever his fake issues.
No, to him it ain't fake.
I know, whatever, it's fake.
What, they just put a stove in for no reason? Or did they take the wire and stuff? I don't know.
Maybe it's probably because he's trying to front like he. Oh, see, he's setting up a candlelight dinner. So he wants his house to look like it's normal. I don't know. Maybe. I could watch people cook all day.
What say about the bigger the lie?
That's what I'm saying. I think he's trying
It's
to
open!
not trying to tell somebody, probably his wife, like he's trying to act like everything's okay.
Rebecca,
Chuck.
you look lovely.
Oh, it's so good to see you. Oh.
Hey, what's with the candles? Why are you sitting here in the dark?
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing.
Oh my God, the afternoon I've had. 2 hours ago I take the sea bass out. No sooner is it prepped and resting than boom, power goes down. I get on the phone to the city. To make a long story short, those bozos at PNM mixed up my payment. The deadbeat at 512 San Cristobal hasn't been paying his bills. And of course I'm
215.
Exactly. They say they'll have it on again by tomorrow. In the meantime, I borrowed some camping gear from my neighbors, hence the rustic flair.
Jeez.
Oh, yeah.
So what do? Get out of here and go to a restaurant? We could hit Seasons. You're a treat.
We could, yeah. But, dinner's almost ready. And the fish, I would have just had to throw it out. All I have to do is toss it in a pan. How about we just rough it? You okay with that?
Yeah.
Well, why not? It'll be fun. We'll do an haute cuisine campout.
Great, then it's
So
settled.
they're
You didn't have to
already.
put her phone in.
Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you.
Well, he probably hasn't escalated to that yet.
Oh my God. I can't eat another bite.
So they must be already divorced though, because he took
Cheers.
his ring off.
To the Galloping Gourmet.
Yeah. God, what else is perfect?
You always like that.
Here.
No, Jimmy, you don't
Now,
have
the least
to.
I can do is the dishes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jimmy. This turned out better than I thought. I'm so sorry about the lights.
Oh, it's nice. Atmospheric. I mean, I still can't get over Jimmy being a lawyer.
Neither can I. He's got his own shingle out and everything.
I mean, a real responsible citizen. I mean, who would have thought?
See? Fucking does it like, he already grumbled.
This place is the same. I mean, I would have thought you'd... change things up, move things around.
You've got great taste, and if it ain't broke. How's the tour going?
Why did
It's
it work?
good. Far East this fall. China, South Korea, and Vietnam. That's gonna be exciting. And then after Santa Fe this week, we're back to Central Europe.
And it's good?
Well, it's a lot of hotels.
Yeah.
I mean, in Budapest, I think I saw mostly the inside of the concert hall and the Marriott. But, you know, I shouldn't complain.
You're not complaining. You're observing. Did you finally get to see Salzburg?
Not yet, but next month after Vienna.
Do you remember when we tried to go to Salzburg? And that crazy old lady on the scooter chased us out of the train station.
And then we went and got, it was a raspberry lynch
Sal doing
in
all the
Innsbruck.
most to try to
To
help
make
his
herself
brother.
feel
It's
better.
I can't.
You said we'll never finish this.
And then we did.
So what's after Asia? Any plans for
Oh, Jimmy,
stateside?
this is Sal.
Oh, you know, hopefully next year, you know, maybe a residency. Oh, that would be sweet. I mean, you know, I like the buses and trains and planes fine, but I miss having one place to hang my hat. Oh,
Of course, that's what I'm saying. She rough.
I hate that thing. I feel like I'm on a leash. Oh,
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry. Oh, it's my conductor. I have to take this. I'm sorry. Hi, Andre. No, I'm just at dinner. What's up? Well, I can do that at rehearsal. Yeah, no problem.
Oh my god.
Yeah. No, I know that they're coming in late on bar 16. Yeah. Got it. I will make sure that...
Here she slowly will
Can you hold on a second? Let me just get a pen. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, Yeah, hold on one second. Yeah, we can do it whenever you eat. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, sure.
Why you gotta sit right here next to me?
Okay, Heidi.
That's right.
All right. Well, do you want me to rehearse the show separately?
Rebecca.
Oh my god.
Well, no, it's not just him, it's the whole section.
Rebecca.
No, that's very fine. Sure. What the hell? Andre? I'll have to call you back. I'm sorry. What is your problem?
I got a problem.
Say something.
I got a
It is
problem.
incredibly bad manners to answer a cell phone in company. It's very rude.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that you felt that way. I didn't mean to offend you, Chuck.
I may have overreacted. That was very abrupt.
No, I understand. It's getting late.
I'm
Yeah,
good.
I'm about to
Thank
go.
you for a lovely dinner, but I should be getting back to the hotel.
Just give me a minute and we can...
No, I'll just get a cab. I don't want to put you out anymore.
Please let me...
No, really. A cab is the easiest.
You gotta do something. You can't let her leave like this. Just tell her what's going on.
No.
She'll understand. Would you rather she think you're a raging prick than know the truth?
No.
Look, if you won't tell her, then I will.
Will? No. You will not tell her. You will not tell her.
All right.
Hi, Andre. Yes, I'm sorry about that. I dropped the phone.
Jesus, what are you doing, man? There's barely any oxygen in that bag. You're suffocating her.
Her?
Yeah, just because you don't see swinging dicks doesn't mean you can't tell a boy fish from a girl fish.
Oh, yeah, see, now I can see the lipstick.
This is a living creature. It's not a piece of furniture.
Look at that.
So after this, you take her home, you put her in a big bowl, at least a gallon. Get a good bubbler, maybe a Placostomus, and don't feed her too much. People get fat. Fish, they drown in leftover food.
All right, Jacques Cousteau. Point made.
Good. I'm guessing our friend didn't refer you to me to get ichthyological advice.
I'm looking for someone with a light touch. I'm not talking some teenager taking a 5-finger discount of string cheese at the Stop and Shop. I need highly skilled, high-end, discreet, real pro.
You gotta fit him in a tight space?
I don't think so.
I got just the guy then.
Why the fuck does the veterinarian have so many connections?
Maybe I don't fucking know. Well, because people always roll up to vets when they need to get fixed.
But like, he is like, I'm the man though. I got all the connections.
Yeah, that's what happened. Just a dead swing. But obviously it's gonna get better. That's why I say golfing is a contact sport. Great job, Mr. Wexler. Very refreshing. Believe me, we're happy to get this one off the docket.
Not as happy as we are.
Again, great job.
Thank you, sir.
Team.
Ladies, dinner's on me.
Kim, I knew you were good, but I didn't know you were this good.
Oh, I'm glad you're happy.
We couldn't have done it without you, and I hope you realize this means a whole lot of work coming your way.
Oh, that's great.
Well, you don't sound like it's great.
I hate to be a buzzkill, but there is something you need to hear before we get any deeper in. It's about your former attorney, Charles McGill.
What about him?
Charles has been making some very ugly allegations about his brother, Jimmy, with whom I happen to share an office space.
Allegations of what?
Charles thinks that Jimmy somehow took control of your documents while he was working on them at his home. He believes Jimmy transposed the address numbers.
Transpose the numbers? How would he even do that?
Charles contends that Jimmy took the documents pertaining to the Rosella branch, and while Charles was indisposed, photocopied and doctored them.
That's pretty Baroque.
The important thing here is I think it could make some noise in public. Soon. I wanted to tell you this in the spirit of full disclosure. I thought it was better if you heard it from me.
Well, thank you.
If you have any reservations at this point, or if you are not comfortable staying with me, we can discuss options.
If there's one thing I cannot abide, it's a man who won't own up to his mistakes. Now, whatever mud McGill is slinging is not going to screw me out of the best outside counsel I've ever had.
Oh my goodness.
That mud he slings.
I'm so glad to hear that.
We appreciate the heads up, but you can call this baby put to bed. Now, the most important thing, dinner.
You call that baby put the baby.
Sound good for you?
Works for me.
We need
That's
it.
the most important thing.
Now
What we
we
eating?
get into this food.
We move on to Colorado or Utah first. See you at 7.
Colorado, Utah.
This Miguel thing? You're sure it's not going to be a problem?
I am. Mesa Verde isn't involved in any way, shape, or form.
Okay, good. Then I'll see you tonight.
Okay, great. See you then.
It's a Verde. I want that name to be nowhere over this shit.
Ooh, we're gonna get to see the actual court date today. I mean, this episode too.
Okay, this is it. You can run without lights and mics. We'll collect all cell phones and hold them for the duration of your testimony.
The court reporter, would it be possible to move him or her farther from the witness stand?
Yeah, I think we can arrange having them in the back of the court. I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do about the exit signs. It's code.
I appreciate all you're doing. Thank you.
So ridiculous. This is so ridiculous.
Mr. Alley, I wonder if you'd give us a moment. I'd like to go over something with my colleague.
No problem. I'll be outside when you're ready.
Howard? How you feeling, Chuck?
I'll muddle through.
because this is a lot to ask. And if you're not up to it, just throwing this out there, maybe you don't need to testify at all.
No, I do. I'm the only person who can adequately explain the context of that tape. Otherwise, the defense will tear it to shreds.
It's already a solid case. We have Jimmy's statement from the pre-prosecution diversion. There's my testimony and the private eyes. Maybe there's no need to.
This is going
put
to
you
show
through the
his
ringer like
arrogance
this.
and ego again.
This
Maybe.
isn't about me.
This is,
Or my
it is.
health.
This is about PR.
We lost a client. That happened because while you were incapacitated, your brother accessed documents that should have been secured at HHM. What Jimmy did is unconscionable, yes.
But
one of my jobs is to safeguard the firm's reputation.
This is not the time to worry about how we look. This is about what's right and what's wrong. I'm not going to risk Jimmy getting, what, a year's suspension? Maybe 2? He deserves disbarment, not some slap on the wrist.
damn.
No,
No,
Howard,
he's like
there's only
fucking
one way forward.
like a dog with a bone. Like he just will not let this
Let
go.
justice be done, though the heavens fall.
Did he tell his wife about his condition? Is that what the beginning was trying to allude to? Is that
No,
why
I-
he got this hate vengeance so hard?
Good morning. I'm
Oh, you
Robert
mean
Alley for the
did
State
Jimmy?
Bar.
Yeah. Because for it to last
In
this
the matter
long,
of
it
James
had
I
to
mean,
be
he's
something.
been
the State
hating
Bar
him since
intends
he was
to
a
prove the
kid.
following
Like, he
violations
has
of
always
the Ethical
he's
Code.
jealous.
Okay.
16-102. Engaging in conduct the lawyer knows is criminal. Mr. McGill certainly knew that breaking down his brother's door was criminal behavior.
But they are
16-804.
family.
Committing a criminal act that reflects adversely on the lawyer's honesty or trustworthiness as a lawyer. Any reasonable person would agree that assaulting another lawyer in his own home reflects badly on Mr. McGill's fitness as an attorney. 16-304. Unlawfully altering.
Excuse me.
Sorry, sirs.
Oh, that's his boy, babe.
But like, what did he do? Just hit him?
Probably put a phone in his pocket.
That's isn't he
Yeah, that's a comedian, yeah.
in
Please raise
Breaking
your right
Bad
hand.
though too?
Yeah. When
Do
he
you
gets
swear
real
or
beat.
affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the
Oh
truth?
my god.
I do.
It's Lavelle Crawford.
Could you state your name? Charles L. McGill. I'm a senior partner at the law firm of Hamlin McGill. Can the court reporter hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you fine.
Mr. McGill, I'll try to be brief.
It's a right here, dude.
Well, on the burglary or the assault that you suffered.
Man, she ain't
Thank
far
you, I
away.
appreciate it.
What I would like to hear about is this
Ego
tape.
is
Yeah.
unreal.
What compelled you to make it?
I had a suspicion my brother had tampered with documents in a case I was working on.
Now, why would he do that? Doesn't sound particularly
Why would he put a
brotherly.
phone in there?
I believe it
He
was
would
his
just
hope
pull it
that
out
the
and be
tainted
like,
documents would cause the client to become disillusioned with my representation and return to their previous
It's
attorney,
pettiness on a
Ms.
whole other
Wexler,
level right here.
which I should note is precisely what happened.
Objection.
I'm not saying Ms. Wexler knew what Jimmy was doing or had any involvement. I'm only stating that it happened.
Did you have any evidence to support your suspicions about James?
No. My brother, whatever else can be said of him, can be quite clever. Did an excellent job of covering his tracks.
Objection. The witness has admitted there's no
Oh, I'm so
corroborating
glad we
evidence
don't
this
even know,
supposed
bro.
crime even occurred.
I'd like to hear what he has to say.
We're going to continue. It will extend you the same latitude on cross, Miss Wexler.
Go on.
She's like, I will be crossing the shit.
Without physical evidence, I felt that a recorded confession, if I could get one, was my best bet. On its own, I knew the tape would be somewhat flimsy, but it was a start, a foundation for a more ironclad case. I suppose that Jimmy must have felt the tape was decisive evidence on its own, otherwise he wouldn't have broken in to destroy it.
Objection. More speculation. How can you know what was going on in Jimmy's head?
Sustained. We just need to hear what happened, Mr. McGill.
I apologize. I recorded my brother to build a case against him.
And at the time, would you say that you were in possession of your faculties? All due respect, but you do sound somewhat unhinged on the recording.
Yes, I understand that, but what you heard was theater, a performance, play acting. I exaggerated the symptoms of my disease to extract the truth.
Can we talk about your disease for a moment? I'd like everybody here to be on the same page about it.
Of course. It is sometimes referred to as EHS, electromagnetic hypersensitivity. I describe it as an acute allergy to electromagnetism.
It's not a common condition, is it?
I know it sounds strange, I do. But 30 years ago, no one had heard of peanut allergies.
But you admit that no doctor has ever diagnosed you.
AIDS was not identified properly until 1981.
Oh my
HIV
God.
wasn't
You're
known
gonna
as the
compare it
cause
to
until
AIDS?
83. These things take time to unravel, even for doctors.
Would you say that your illness affects your ability to think clearly?
No, it affects me physically. It causes me great pain. However, I'm perfectly lucid.
Thank you. Mr.
Except
McGill,
when you
I
were
have only one
passed
more
out
question
from all
for
the
you.
pain and Jimmy stole your shit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you hate your brother?
Hate is a strong
Absolutely
word.
not. I love my brother. There's nothing malicious in Jimmy. He has a way of doing the worst things for reasons that sound almost noble. But what I know for sure is that the law is too important to be toyed with. It's mankind's greatest achievement. The rule of law, the idea that no matter who you are, your actions have consequences. And the way my brother treats the law, it breaks my heart. That's why I did what I did. Not to hurt him, but to protect something that I hold sacred.
Thank you, Mr. McGill. The state bar rests.
Jimmy has a way of doing things that is
Doing the worst things
it's
possible.
so wrong, but it's noble. What the fuck does that even mean, brother?
I'm sorry, my co-counsel and I need a moment to confer.
Please be brief, Councilman.
Yeah, I mean, we're losing
Yes,
daylight out
of course.
Well, that's his boy already there.
That's who's coming on the flight. That's
Got
who's
him.
delayed.
Jimmy, you
Savage! So it wasn't that he spilled the beans already, babe, but he's spilling the beans now.
Yep. You motherfucker.
My goodness!
Chairman, I'm sorry. Might I have a moment to get a breath?
Of course, Mr. McGill. Folks, let's call this 15. Everybody please be back and ready to go on the hour.
Oh my goodness.
Call this fit
Oh
time.
my goodness.
Rebecca,
Chuck, it's good to see you.
I have to say, I'm a bit surprised. Did Jimmy subpoena you? You're not on the witness list. You don't have to testify.
No, I'm not here for that.
Well, what then?
Chuck, I wish you told me. I can't believe what you've been
Yeah, Jimmy
going
just
through.
walked off.
How long has it been?
Yeah.
You're here to help. Because all this is so stressful for me. Is that what Jimmy told you?
He's worried about you, Chuck. In spite of everything that's happened between the two of you, he cares.
What exactly did he say?
She almost sounded like
Was
Shane
anyone
was
sick?
well,
Allergic
next door
to
neighbor,
electricity? He sent me pictures of the house. Chuck, my God.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Kuzo
Why didn't
boy,
you tell
sister.
me?
I didn't want to upset you.
Yeah.
To worry you unnecessarily. But now you're here. And now you know.
I came because I thought it was the right thing. I thought, I don't know that you'd want me to, but I guess that I'm more of a distraction. So I'm going to be in town for a few days, and I would love to spend some time with you. But right now, I think I should go.
No,
Exactly
please,
as she
I want
did
you
in
to
the
stay.
flashback.
Really? You don't seem happy to
guess
see
it
me.
was-
I am. Just surprised, that's all. Please, stay.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. You've been sold a bill of goods, Rebecca. I want you to see what's what.
Oh god. His ego. His ego! Jimmy's about to take him down.
It's a tough move right there, bring the old lady.
It's just not what I expected.
Yeah, what'd you expect?
I don't know, just not her.
A witch.
You know, she's gonna hate you when this is over.
Yep.
Yep.
But what if he's selflessly doing this again because she'll hate him, but empathize with Chuck,
Right.
and they get back together.
Mr. McGill, I'll remind you
And
you're
if that's
still under
something he's
oath.
thinking about
I
too,
understand.
oh,
At this time,
No,
I'd like
no.
to turn
This
cross-examination
is total
over
revenge.
to my co-counsel, James
This
McGill.
is total revenge.
Well, there's been a lot of fuss about it, but you and I have never really talked about this tape you made.
We lost the opportunity when you burglarized my house to destroy it.
Fair enough. And I was in the wrong there, but still, I'd like to try and follow your story of why and how you recorded it.
Oh, is this where you claim the tape is spurious? That it's not really your voice?
No, that's me on the tape. But still, I have some questions. Like the recorder, it must have hurt like hell for you to touch that.
There was a degree of discomfort, that's true.
And where did you hide it? I mean, the sound's pretty clear, so it wasn't in the couch cushions, was it?
Tucked under a space blanket, out of sight.
Wow. So there's no chance I would see it. Not with the state your place was in, isn't that right?
I suppose.
Would you like to set the scene for the disciplinary committee? Tell them, what your house looked like at the time of the recording.
Objection. Relevance?
Well, the circumstances of the recording are materially relevant. How can you know what the tape really means unless you know what was going on when it was recorded?
Overruled, the witness could answer the question.
I covered most of the walls with foil scrim craft insulation. I also hung a number of space blankets. Compact mylar sheets.
Yeah, stop
They
calling
insulate
space
and protect
planes.
against
It's
mild
not
electromagnetic radiation.
mild.
Right, so shiny insulation and space blankets all over the walls and the ceiling. It was like being inside of a disco ball.
Do you have a point?
I can tell him anything.
Well,
Why would I think
I'm
he's
impressed by how much work went into entrapping me. You went all out.
I didn't entrap you. I provoked an admission in adverse interest. That's not the same thing.
How did you know it would work?
What do you mean?
How did you know your provocation would work? Why'd you think a bunch of shiny plastic would make me say anything? Isn't it because you knew
No,
that
I
it was
take care of
precisely the thing that would worry me so much that I'd say anything to talk you down?
Objection.
Okay, withdrawn. Let's get back to your house. Every surface covered in tinfoil. Nothing crazy about that, huh?
As I've said, I was playing up my condition. Usually it's a perfectly normal house.
You think your house is normal? Can I call your attention to Exhibit 9? This is your house, right?
Yes.
How do you get those pictures?
Exposed wires. There's a camp stove. There's a lantern on top of newspapers. You call this normal?
I call them adaptations. A prophylactic measure for a physical medical condition.
Did the doctor who granted me guardianship for you think this was a physical condition?
Objection. You can't introduce a TEG as evidence. Besides which, the panel has already ruled that Mr. McGill's mental health is not at issue.
No, the state bar opened the door to this on direct when the witness talked about his supposed play acting. Allowing me to follow up on cross is only reasonable.
We discussed a physical allergy, not a mental disability.
Potato, it comes down to this. In order to understand what I was thinking, you need to see Chuck through my eyes. You need to know if I believe that tape was evidence. And I say it was evidence of only one thing. My brother hates me. Now, he claims that he lied to me to get me to tell the truth. And I'm telling you, I lied to my brother to make him feel better. Which of us you believe depends on how we all understand
That's
the
what
mind of Charles McGill.
That's what we're going with. We're going with the just. I'm just saying what you want me to hear.
Some leeway. You may proceed.
Yeah,
Thank you,
I'm
Mr.
just,
Chair.
I'm just telling me what you want to hear.
that was brilliant.
Yeah.
Chuck, I'd like to go back a little further. Talk about when these symptoms first started. It was shortly after you were divorced, is that right?
Yes.
You think the stress of the divorce brought on the illness?
I doubt it. It was an amicable split. My ex-wife and I are still on good terms.
In fact, your
so
ex-wife is present with us
he
today,
want-
is she not?
The
When
divorce
was
is
the last
about
time you
something
two saw each
entirely
other?
different.
This is not family court.
They
We're not
both
here to
agree,
relitigate
right?
the witness's
Yeah,
divorce.
but it was like
I
nothing
can't see
about
what
like.
purpose this serves.
I can. I'll tell you why my brother brought my ex-wife to this hearing. 4,000 miles she came, lured by concern for me. What Jimmy's driving at is the last time I saw her, I covered up my illness. I've been suffering from it for some time, but I went to great lengths to conceal that fact from her. I'm sorry I deceived you, Rebecca. I didn't want you to think less of me. Now Jimmy has outed me in front of you. You know why? To rattle me. He knows I still have a lot of feeling for my ex-wife. He's hoping this will break me down. Split me apart at the seams like a murderer confessing on an episode of Perry Mason.
No, that's what the phone in your pocket is for.
Oh yeah, that you've been chilling.
Yeah.
Sorry to
Smooth
disappoint me.
with his phone right here.
Have I answered your questions to your satisfaction? Do you have anything else?
So snotty.
Yeah, I do. Earlier you talked about other diseases, physical conditions you said. Okay, if you'd had, I don't know, lung cancer, would you have told Rebecca then?
If that had been the case, maybe I might have.
So how is this different?
Mr. McGill, move it along.
You don't have to answer that. I want to get down to brass tacks. I want to be very, very specific here. This illness, what does it feel like? You mentioned it's painful.
It is. There's a tightness in my chest, difficulty breathing, and pain. Burning pain. Pain spreads everywhere.
Sounds horrible. Does it hurt right now?
There's always some discomfort, yes. Electricity is everywhere in the modern world. But I very much appreciate the indulgence of the panel for their accommodation here today. I can handle this fine.
Go and get out of here.
Go on and make that phone call.
Yeah, make a phone call to him.
Right, so with the lights out, you don't feel them.
Babe,
If the current's not flowing, no.
she body.
Sorry about the exit signs. I guess they
And
couldn't
that's,
kill
she
those
works
for
with
you.
him later on.
Well, they're not drawing much current and they're far away.
She's with
The
Sal.
intensity drops
in
off
Breaking
with
Bad.
No,
distance
she-
per the inverse square law.
Okay, whoa, inverse square. I'm not a physicist.
Oh.
Could you dumb that
She
down a
ride
shade
that.
for me?
The farther away it is, the stronger the source needs to be to have an effect.
Got it. So if I had a small battery, say, from a watch or something, and I got it close to you, close to your skin, you'd know.
I would feel it, yes.
Can you feel more current coming from any particular direction right now? From that back wall? Or from over there? Or up through the floor? Can you tell us where the nearest source is right now?
Jimmy, do you have something in your pocket?
Yes, I do, as a matter of fact. My cell phone. From this distance, you should feel it, and you don't, do you?
Mr. McGill, you were warned to leave your electronics outside.
It's all right.
I already took the battery out.
It's all right. May I? Just as I thought. There's no battery in here. You removed the battery.
I know, that's all I want you to think, but yeah.
That's
It's called a
sorry,
sleight of
trick,
hand.
isn't it?
Yeah, you got me, Chuck.
Yeah, you got me,
Dead
Chuck.
rights. I removed the battery. Objection.
Sustained.
No, no,
You've
no,
taken
no.
all the leeway you're getting, Mr. McGill. Wrap it up fast.
God, Jimmy. Don't you know by now this is real? I feel this. It's a physical response to stimuli. It's not a quirk.
No, because we already saw in the
What
hospital.
do I have to do to
deals.
prove it to you?
I don't know, Chuck. Could you reach into your breast pocket and tell me what's there?
Look, he can't even face it
What
though,
now?
because like he loves him so much still. Ugh.
Can you tell the court what that was?
My battery to my phone.
A battery.
Mr. Chairman,
Do you recognize
please.
that man in back? His name is Huel Babineau. He's on our witness list. You bumped into him in the stairway.
Huel
He'll
Babineau.
testify he planted this fully charged battery on you over an hour and a half ago.
Hour and 43 minutes.
An hour and 43
43
minutes.
minutes
Thank
ago.
you, Mr. Babineau.
and you felt
It's been
nothing.
close to his heart.
No, it's a trick. It has
Enough
to.
is enough. I submit that Mr. McGill's mental illness
Hold
is
on.
a non-issue. If he were schizophrenic, it wouldn't take away from the fact that the
I am
defendant...
not crazy. I am not crazy. I know he swapped those numbers. I knew it was 1216. One after Magna Carta, as if I could ever make such a mistake. Never. I just couldn't prove it. He covered his tracks. He got that idiot at the copy shop to lie for him.
Mr. McGill, please, you don't have to go.
You think this is something? You think this is bad?
No.
This chicanery? He's done worse. That's Billboard. Are you telling me that a man just happens to fall like that? No, he orchestrated it. Jimmy. He defecated through a sunroof. And I saved him. And I shouldn't have. I took him into my own firm. What was I thinking? He'll never change.
He hates me.
He'll never change. Ever since he was 9. Always the same.
Ooh,
Couldn't
he
keep
is
his hands
yelling.
out of the cash drawer. But not our Jimmy. Couldn't be precious Jimmy. Stealing them blind. And he gets to be a lawyer? What a sick joke. I should have stopped him when I had the chance. And you have to stop him. You...
Hamlin McGill is only gonna be Hamlin because McGill just screwed the pooch.
Ooh, it's all kinds of uncomfortable.
I apologize.
You had a battery in that whole hour and
I
40
lost my
minutes.
train of thought.
Ever since you were 9,
I carried away.
babe, since you were 9, you hate me, bro. You hate me.
Do you have anything else?
No, I'm through with this one.
No. Nothing further.
So you've been hating me since 9 years old. That's what I found out today. How did he hear the electricity? That's it. That's the show, babe.
Exit.
It has come to this.
That shit was foil.
All right, that was episode 5 of Better Call Saul, and it finally came out. I mean, all the things right now, all the theories that I've had about why his brother hates Jimmy, it goes back to all the way when they was kids. 9 years old. And so, okay, that makes a lot of sense, but it did prove Jimmy's point that his brother actually just hates him, period, on sight. And I cannot deny that at all. And we haven't even really, and we didn't even get a chance to paint the picture of how much Jimmy loves his brother. We ain't paint that picture, right?
I mean, we have.
No. I mean,
over
to the judges.
Oh,
to
okay,
the
okay,
camera.
okay.
We ain't even gotta paint that picture, right? Because it's so beyond the pale of like what needed to be happening. We just needed what happened, and that was a smooth way that he did it. Having that battery in his pocket this whole time, done, right? I love it, the setup. And at the same time now, just me seeing what I seen, and like all your observations, babe. Yeah, Jimmy couldn't even face his brother when he was about to do what he was gonna do. But some of the
He's
things
like heartbroken though. Like he wasn't doing it from a savage place. He was doing it from like, I don't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing it from a savage place. He was doing it from like literally, you're giving me no other option.
Yeah, none. And at the same time, like it is very hard for him to sit there and hear some of the things. There was some surprises that happened, and I mean that his brother said, that Chuck said, and Jimmy was surprised. McGill was surprised back there too about some of the things. You know, it's just like, this is surprising right here. Like, I knew you had a hate for me, but like it obviously is not whatever I thought it was, because this shit go back to when I was 9 years old. So that right there is, I don't know if that's the nail in the coffin that Jimmy needs right there to like not be concerned about his brother no more. But I think whatever it was, this is it right here. And I love how we panned all the way in to Chuck just snapping off and saying what he had to say on there, and then it's over. You know, Chuck realized it too. Fuck, I snapped. I went on and did it. I wasn't supposed to snap. try to keep my composure. Done. So how is this going to work out? Obviously, pretty good for Jimmy because we know he's still a lawyer in the future. So he's going to keep his lawyer thing. It's just that where we go from here right now with Chuck, I think this is going to have to be a done deal. I don't know. But it was a great episode. Great bottle episode, by the way, too. I mean, everybody came through and did what they had to do. And it was just dialogue heavy. And it worked for me 100%. Great episode. Can't wait to see another one.
So I'm rewatching just on my own time Breaking Bad. I'm into season 2 right now, and for all the I love Breaking Bad, obviously love it so much. But Breaking Bad's anxiety and like the feelings that you get from the show is definitely situational type drama. Like it's constantly you're stressed out because you're worried about where things are going. What this show can do, Better Call Saul does, is emotional anxiety. Like this whole episode on paper doesn't necessarily translate to like edge of your seat excitement, but I was on my edge of my seat excited, like where is this going to play out? It was so well constructed. And one thing I have to again give kudos to our Patreon community and just making sure you guys don't do spoilers is I've said on multiple times that I wish they would show us what happened with Chuck at the beginning or what happened with him and Rebecca, like with that. And one, to find out the illness was not the catalyst for the divorce, that maybe the divorce was the catalyst for the illness was so great. I loved it so much. And again, opening up opening up with that scene as far as the lengths that Jimmy was going to, again, to like help his brother, protect his brother, you know, keep his brother, do as much as he can for his brother in a situation. And to your point, you were like, maybe that would be the catalyst as far as him having told her. But no, he kept that secret the entire time. He was never vindictive. He never, you know, did that or whatever the case is. And as far as like Jimmy playing the card of trying to prove his illness was not the case, if he wanted to do that at any point, he could have done that at the doctor's office. Or we saw that scene. Like, she clearly showed us he was not, like, it's fake. It's been fake the whole time. But even after that, Jimmy catered to him, took care of him and everything else. So to your point, obviously, us as the audience, having seen Jimmy and the relationship to his brother in a much larger context, this episode, like, we don't need all that because we know what Jimmy's been doing. So that was really great. And then I have to give kudos to Kim too, because Kim's coming through like a boss for both Jimmy, and I thought the way that she handled the Verde as far as being transparent with them, I thought was really great too. And then ultimately, Jimmy playing his card to be like, this is ultimately what I think this is what Chuck needed, though. I don't think anything Jimmy did, because you were mentioning it in the episode, like he's getting revenge right now. I think it was at a point that he was like, you're so disillusioned, like this is the only way that I can actually get you to realize that you're not sick, it's in your head. And I think even having Rebecca there was not so much as a vindictive thing as like, she's going to care about you because you're about to cut me off and you need somebody else here to care for you in a way that I would care for you as well. So I don't think there was anything vindictive in what Jimmy did. I think this is the last, like, he was like, I have to pull all the stops now. You're not actually sick. You're trying to take me out. Someone needs to take care of you after me because I know you're about to cut me off. And ultimately, like, he couldn't even face it. So it was just such a well-constructed episode and all of that. I'm blown away. And this show keeps doing that as far as what they're able to deliver on dialogue alone. Like, just dialogue. So, such a great episode. One of my favorites. Yet again, cannot wait to see where we go from here.
Alright, well look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for Better Call Saul Season 3, Episode 5. And until next time, peace.